Something big is about to happen at Newcastle United, and the fans can already feel it in the air. This is not some street corner rumor or casual pub chatter, but real movements taking place behind the scenes that could change the team's destiny as early as January. The club is working quietly, yet every detail that leaks out makes it clear there is a defined target, and the board are ready to act boldly to keep the side competitive on all fronts. If you are a Magpies supporter, you've probably sensed this different kind of energy. In the pubs of Tyneside, in debates across social media, and even in family conversations, the subject is always the same. What will the club do in the next transfer window? When a team like Newcastle gives signs of movement, the fans cannot ignore it. And that's exactly why today we bring you news that could truly stir black and white hearts. Before we dive into the hottest details, here's a quick invitation. If you're passionate about Newcastle, subscribe to the channel and follow along with us for every update. Your subscription really helps strengthen our community and ensures you don't miss a single piece of news. What's curious is that even with the season still underway, negotiations are already happening behind closed doors. The directors know they cannot afford to wait until the last moment, because the market is dynamic and extremely competitive. An opportunity that exists in October may no longer be there by January, and anyone who follows football knows that when it comes to the Premier League, speed can be the difference between signing a star or watching him end up at a direct rival. And it's in exactly this scenario that Newcastle appear to have moved strategically. Of course, the fans are asking themselves, which name is attracting so much attention? Could it be an attacking reinforcement to further increase the team's firepower, or perhaps a defensive addition, someone capable of bringing more consistency to the back line, which has already shown some weaknesses? Some say the true focus lies in midfield, where the physical and technical demands are enormous, especially in a season that requires squad rotation for the Premier League, domestic cups and European competitions. And here comes the big revelation. According to information published by Team Talk, Newcastle United have once again set their sights on Davide Frattesi, the Inter Milan and Italy midfielder. The player had already been on the club's radar in previous windows, but now the interest has resurfaced with even greater strength. The situation of Joelinton, who is attracting attention from Saudi Arabian clubs, along with Eddie Howe's need to keep the team competitive on all fronts, makes Frattesi a central name in the January planning. This interest didn't come out of nowhere. In the last European summer, even before the arrival of Jacob Ramsey, Frattesi was already on St. James Park's radar. However, the circumstances of the market led the board to prioritize other targets. Now, with a different scenario, the club see an opportunity to act and have no intention of wasting it. According to Team Talk, the Italian's limited game time at Inter has been closely monitored, and this has opened the door for Newcastle to approach once again. At just 25, Frattesi is considered one of the most promising talents in Italian football. Despite being sparingly used this season by Inter, he maintains a strong reputation. His playing style fits perfectly with what Eddie Howe demands from his midfielders: intensity, versatility and attacking presence. It's no surprise that the outlet highlights his ability to play both as a dynamic box-to-box midfielder and as an attacking midfielder, capable of arriving in the box to finish. A profile that, let's be honest, is very appealing to any fan who understands the importance of midfield in the Premier League. And it's important to underline, this would not simply be a reinforcement to bulk up the squad. We're talking about a player valued at around €40 million, roughly £34.5 million. It's a significant investment that shows ambition and vision for the future. Newcastle, who are looking to consolidate themselves among the league's giants, cannot afford to think small. Players like Frattesi are signed to be protagonists, not to sit on the bench, and it's precisely this type of boldness that fans expect from the board. At this point, it's worth reinforcing. If you enjoy following these kinds of movements and want to stay updated, make sure to subscribe to the channel. With every piece of news like this, we bring you details, context and analysis so that you understand not only the who, but also the why and the how behind these negotiations. Your subscription strengthens the channel and ensures you continue to receive quality content about Newcastle. Back to the pitch, there's also the Joelinton question. A fan's idol, a symbol of commitment and a key piece in Howe's system. He has attracted lucrative interest from the Saudi Pro League. Although his contract runs until 2028, it's impossible to ignore the weight of a sizable offer from the Middle East. If such a move materializes, Newcastle will need a replacement plan of equal quality, and Frattesi emerges as the natural successor. The Italian international stands out not only for his physical power but also for his game intelligence. He is someone capable of accelerating offensive transitions, exploiting smart spaces and at the same time contributing defensively. In other words, the type of player who maintains balance between attack and defense. Something crucial to the intense style Howe imposes on the team. Alongside Bruno Guimaraes' long staff and, in time, Tonelli, he could form a formidable midfield. For Inter, letting Frattesi go may be a tough decision. The club signed him with high expectations, but the reality of limited minutes has raised questions. For Newcastle, this represents opportunity. bringing in a proven quality player who simply needs a run of games to show his potential. And here's the magic of the market. What may be a problem in Milan can easily become the solution in Newcastle. Looking at the numbers, the proposition becomes even more attractive. In 90 games since leaving Sassuolo, Frattesi has tallied 15 goals and 9 assists. Not bad for a midfielder, especially considering his knack for arriving late in the box and surprising defenses. This trait, combined with his pressing intensity, makes him a rare and valuable profile. For supporters, the feeling is that this move would be a statement of intent from the club. Newcastle are not just thinking about replacing pieces but about raising the level of the squad. The arrival of Frattesi would show that the project remains strong, consolidating in the elite, competing for European places and, perhaps, dreaming even bigger. And that's exactly what keeps the flame of hope alive in Tyneside. The club have already shown they are willing to invest heavily when necessary, but without losing sight of long-term planning. Young players, on the rise, with the potential to deliver immediately and grow alongside the project. Frattesi fits perfectly into this description. So, while the January window has yet to open, fans will follow every step of this negotiation with excitement. Will the Italian pull on the black and white shirt? Will we see his debut in the first matches of 2025? Questions that, for now, remain unanswered, but which make day-to-day life for fans all the more thrilling. And you, supporter, do you believe Frattesi would be the ideal name to strengthen Newcastle? Leave your thoughts in the comments and, of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to follow the next chapters of this story. According to Team Talk, talks could progress quickly, and here you'll always be the first to know.